What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. Today, for the first time ever, we are not talking about MLB The Show on console. We're talking about MLB The Show Mobile. Hello? Yeah, random, new, upcoming mobile MLB The Show game by Sony is in a soft launch period currently in the Philippines. Who'da thunk it? No disrespect to the Filipino homies, but never would have expected the show mobile to soft launch there. Kind of would have thought it would be in a controlled, maybe test environment here in the US or Canada, but either way, it's here, sort of. And we're going to talk about it as much as we can. I have not played it myself, but I am curious too. I don't think it's going to be something that occupies my life like MLB The Show on console does, but it could be a nice little companion to while I'm sitting on the couch just, diddling my thumbs around. So let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? Have you heard of this new thing that's happening? I've accidentally clicked on a folder, and I meant to click on that. Okay, so theshowmobile.com. Theshowmobile.com. MLB The Show Mobile is coming to iOS and Android, a new standalone experience built from the ground up to deliver realistic baseball gameplay on mobile devices. So, a couple important things to note, if it wasn't already abundantly clear. Standalone. This has nothing to do with your console accounts. There's no syncing your accounts together, though I imagine there could be a world where at some point, if you unlock or if you play the mobile game, maybe they throw you a pack or two online. I don't know. That's me just guessing. Probably not. Probably just a full standalone experience like it says. Only for mobile devices. There is no crossplay between this and PlayStation or this and Xbox. It's a totally different gaming experience, as you will soon see. Sign up below to get updates. I threw my email address in there. I put my region as the United States, as that is where I live. And I'll see. I'll see if I get updates. Kind of curious to see how this all materializes. You can, of course, follow along on all the social platforms. Let's click on one of these. I'm curious if it goes to the show's Twitter or its own The Show Mobile account, which is what it looks like, actually. Why are we so slow today? Yeah, look at that. The Show Mobile. It has its own account. All right, look. Courtesy follow. Bink. There you go. And it's only following one. I bet it's... it's not even SDS. Wow. So, my one question, and I think I'm going to answer it myself pretty quickly. Is this game actually made by SDS? Is it like... All right, so... You guys know sometimes I go deep into my Pokemon well for references here. Or for comparisons. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Two of the Pokemon games of all time. Wow, did they stink. Graphically. They were not made by Game Freak, who makes Pokemon. They were made by something else. I wonder, with the help of the Pokemon Company and Game Freak and Nintendo, etc., etc. I wonder if a semi-similar situation is happening here. Just a guess. Or just a question. It might be totally false, and that's fine. It doesn't say anywhere here that it's developed by somebody else. MLB Players, MLB, Sony Interactive Studios. Maybe it's not, actually. PlayStation Studios logo, registered trademark, blah, 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 all this legal crap. Yeah, all right, maybe it's not. And that's fine. I was just curious. Because, how on earth... clearly, it's a separate development part of their team. Just, I have no idea how they've had time to do all this stuff. But that's okay. Especially with the weird, soft launch timing of December. I would imagine this game is up and running to coincide with MLB The Show 26's launch. This is not called MLB The Show 26 Mobile. It's just MLB The Show Mobile, and so that's important to note. But maybe they just have this soft launch going now, test it for a few months, and then by March, they're good. So, couple FAQs. Actually, you know what? Let's learn more about the title first. There's a quick little trailer here. I'm not going to have the audio playing. I'm just going to narrate over it. So as you can see, they've optimized it for the phone. 20 years of the show now on mobile. I mean, you can see it's a very different type of setup in terms of how you're operating and getting outs and swinging the bat, but you're still ripping packs, getting cards, building a dream team, solo and PvP modes. You're using your favorite swings, your favorite players. Legends will be in it. Probably the same type of legends they have the rights to in that current game cycle. The graphics don't look terrible, which is hysterical. They look, I'm not going to say they look the same as PS5 and Xbox because that's disingenuous, but they don't look that bad. So I don't know. You don't play phone games for graphics, right? But they don't look terrible. And then The Verge even did an article about it. MLB The Show is coming to iOS and Android. Sony has revealed MLB The Show Mobile, which it says is a new standalone experience, built from the ground up to deliver realistic baseball gameplay on mobile devices. That's what they say in England, mobile. The game is live now only in the Philippines. Again, confused as to why, but it's fine. And Sony plans to expand availability to more players around the world, though it has no set timeline for expansion. It's optimized for the iPhone 16 or comparable, and the Samsung Galaxy S25, Sony Xperia 5V, I don't know, or comparable. None of these phones exist. If you don't use an iPhone, you're not real. Higher-end devices will be able to take advantage of enhanced graphics, increased frame rates, etc., etc. Won't have cross-play with other platforms, as we established. So I wanted to show a couple screenshots from the game. All of them, ironically enough, involved the Yankees. So this is Gunnar Henderson pimping a homer at Yankee Stadium. We don't like that. I mean, again, listen, it's going to sound nutso bonkos. It's a mobile game. It don't look that bad. It really don't look that bad, which is a crazy statement. And then the next image is Fernando Tatis hitting a homer against the Yankees. Is Tatis a future Yankee, question mark? Probably not. It don't look terrible, Dumpy. It doesn't look that bad. And then the last screenshot is future Yankee Paul Skeens. See, that's how 3 Yankees are involved here. This is the one I really wanted to sit on and talk about. So, score bug. We're just going to go top to bottom. Score bug looks really cool, really clean. On mobile, window, the vision window, you don't have a lot of real estate to work with left to right, so you really have to optimize every square inch of top to bottom. So the score bug looks great up there. I like how the, you guys can see my mouse, the hamburger icon right here, that's what we call it in the biz. The hamburger icon right here is still up and away, top part of the screen, but it makes sense to be in this position versus being above the score bug. Because if it's above the score bug, you're now dropping the score bug down here, which is getting more in the way of the field of view. Just perfectly done there. The umpire looks like he's having a bad day. I'll take some. The graphics don't look great for the umpire, but everybody else looks okay. Listen, this looks tight and clean. You get the same type of pitch directional where you can see the movement. There's a par region. Yuck. It looks like this is meter pitching. I suppose it could be analog pitch. Well, analog. The equivalent of, if such a thing were to exist. There's no analog sticking up on an iPhone. Force splitter, sweeper, circle change, sinker. I would be very curious. Oh, there's 3 buttons down here too. 3 dots. I don't know what that does. I'd be very curious if there's like a pinpoint equivalent. Because you could just trace shit. I'm interested. Color me intrigued, as they say. Let's go through this FAQ. I don't believe this is going to be suddenly my favorite mobile game ever created. I have played Clash of Clans since I was, for a very long time. Since I was 19, 20. I've been playing it for almost 15 years. That is disgusting. Clash of Clans is always the best mobile game of all time. But I mean, I'm down. I'm down for a new mobile gaming experience. Where is the game currently available? Philippines, as of December 3rd. When will my region get access? Nobody knows, is basically the answer to that question. Will MLB The Show Mobile support crossplay with console or other platforms? Absolutely not. So don't even try. Though it does look better than the Nintendo Switch version. But where can I download the game during the regional launch? MLB The Show Mobile will be available on both the Google Play Store and the Apple Play Store or Apple App Store in soft launch regions, which right now is the Philippines, which means if you go on a vacation to the Philippines, and while you're there, you happen to change your iPhone settings, you might be able to download it. I know some people in the community have recently gone on very short trips to the Philippines, even within the last, really, ironically, since December 3rd, I know they've gone. And I'm hoping they share gameplay with us from their trip and maybe some souvenirs. Send them my way. Yeah, it's kind of funny how all these random people just lined up their Philippines vacations at the same time. That was a wink for those listening only. I was winking into the camera. The minimum technical specs for MLB The Show Mobile, I don't know what any of this means, but on iOS, it's great on an iPhone 16 and better. No iPads, though. Oh. No iPads. Now that's interesting. And same thing for Android, no tablets. I do not possess an iPad myself. I never personally found, like, the avenues to use it that justify the cost of having it. I have friends who are big iPhone or iPad people. My wife, iPad person. But you would think if it's iOS, it would also be optimized for iPad. Technical people, hit me up. Am I missing a correlation there? Why would it not be on iPad or regular tablet? Hit me up. Just interesting. Doesn't impact my ability to play the game, but is a fact that is, I think, worth calling out. What devices will be mobile be optimized for? iPhone 16, Samsung, blah, 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 blah. Higher-end devices can experience enhanced graphics, increased frame rates, and higher resolutions. What if we get to the point where, like, the iPhone 19 looks better than PS5? Oh, gosh. Will my account data be reset during or after the soft launch? So important to know, this is basically a beta. Ooh, accidentally hit my monitor. Sorry, fixing it. This is basically a beta. So most progress and content will be reset before the full launch. Any stubs you purchase will carry over, because of course you could buy stubs, have to be microtransactions, and you'll receive loyalty rewards based on those purchases. So that's nice. I mean, listen, you do you. You spend your money in whichever way you are comfortable spending. You know your budget. I do not. You know what things you got to pay for. I do not. If you're spending money on stubs during a soft launch, I wouldn't do that. Personally. What happens to the real money I spend during the soft launch? Any unspent stubs purchased in-game currency you buy during the soft launch will carry over to the full launch. Unopened purchased packs and player items will not be carried over. So if you purchase packs and they're in your pack inventory, but you don't open them, they're gone. So make sure you open them. Instead, they will be converted into loyalty rewards. Okay, well, they're quasi-gone. I should have finished reading the entire sentence. So MLB The Show Mobile appears to be a thing. I followed it. You should too. Did they reply to anybody? No. Do they have any media? No. What a boring account. I would imagine this will be a game that, you know, the companion app updates, right? The companion app updates for every single year. You can access old years of MLB The Show through the companion app, but it updates its style and it updates its header photo or thumbnail photo every time there's a new game. I would imagine the Show Mobile does the same. There's not going to be a new Show Mobile for every new title that comes out. It's just going to adapt to the look and feel of the most current game. But again, these are standalone. These are standalone products. I would imagine it's going to be a free to download situation. I believe it was for the soft launch anyway. I hope it stays free to download. They're going to make more money off microtransactions anyway. A color me intrigued is, I guess, where I stand on this. This is not, listen, this is not as... That's the way to say it. Serious as console gaming. Like, people take ranked on their consoles seriously. People will not take PvP on the show mobile as seriously because it's probably a more instant payoff. I mean, for what is a PvP matchup might take, what, 2 minutes? You're not going to have people sitting for 45 minutes on their phones playing a ranked game. So very curious of the nature of how the gameplay is. I very much look forward to watching people's videos as they come out after their vacations to the Philippines are over, because I want to learn more. I personally don't know how to go on vacation to the Philippines, and I don't want to mess up my phone by attempting to go on vacation to the Philippines. So I think you guys all know what I'm saying at this point, and I'm probably hammering the bit to death. But I know a few people who are working on some stuff, and I'm anxiously waiting for them to post their things. So that is that. Thank you guys for being here. Quick little fun video in the midst of all the nothingness going on in MLB The Show 25. I appreciate you guys very much. Look out for more Theme Team videos this week. We have the Miami Marlins and the Tampa Bay Rays queued up. We're just going through Florida and 2 really, really bad theme teams. I have not played the games yet, but I'm about to. Appreciate the support. Last week's theme team videos, even though they didn't perform well on YouTube. Come on, guys. Like and subscribe. Yeah, that's that. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. See you next time.